Hey guys, welcome back to Experimental Reality. I'm here with my two co-hosts, Luke.
Hey.
And Josh.
Yo!
And
What's your name?
I'm Chayan.
Oh!
Wait. Yeah.
Okay, just checking. I
In
wasn't
case,
sure.
we're not as unforgettable as we think we are.
Yeah. So
When you're so forgettable, you forget your own name.
No, it's more like PTSD. You can't forget. It's ingrained into your brain.
So to be perfectly transparent, we are actually recording this the same week as the last podcast, just simply because we're gonna have a busy weekend busy week and weekend come next week. Yeah. So or this week, last week.
Oh boy, math
time travel.
Because both of you
on Saturday the 22nd, when we would ordinarily record this episode, Chayan and I will both be out of town,
and I'll be getting ready to leave.
Yeah, you're going to.
I'm going to be a camp counselor.
Yeah, he's gonna be a camp counselor
for a week.
I am actually going to like an all-day pro wrestling training thing. I might try to get some pictures from that and put them on the Twitter.
Put them on the Twitter.
Never do that again.
Yeah. Rejected jingles. Chayan, what are you going to be doing?
I'll be going to a family reunion.
Okay. So
exciting stuff.
The gang will not be able to get together next Saturday, so we are recording another episode, and thus it would be, basically pointless to do another How Was Your Week? Because, we haven't had it yet.
Sure.
So
I mean, we could try to predict it. I mean, I'm pretty sure this week's gonna go all right. Like nothing ecstatic's gonna happen. Just gonna work, go to the gym, and that's pretty much all that's gonna happen.
Lose another 12 pounds.
No, that was in 2.5 weeks.
Sorry, you're gonna lose another 6 pounds.
Or 5 pounds, or whatever it ends up being.
Whatever. I'm not doing the math.
It's just
math is for squares.
Okay. Math can involve squares. Math involves a lot of squares.
Math is for chicken nuggets.
You're trying too hard to force it.
This is too much of a continuation of half an hour ago. Anyways,
this is not the Chicken Nugget podcast.
How do you think your week's gonna go?
How do I think my week is gonna go? I think I'm gonna go to lunch with Josh, so that's a big down.
But you get to get out your anger.
I do. Yeah. Hitting it with the sub sandwich.
Honestly, why do you let him
call it a club sandwich? Because then it has a double meaning to it.
But why do you let him beat you up with such pencil arms?
Yeah.
You could clearly just
because it's a sandwich and he has pencil arms, so it doesn't hurt. It's more like just kind of it's almost like a massage. It's just like when people kind of beat your back a little bit.
Well, you don't want to tell him that. Now he'll stop doing
my
it.
My pencil arms are so long, you get a lot of you get less speed at the end.
Yeah. So
there's just
it acts like a whip. If you get hit by the end.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I think my week will be fine. I've got not a lot going on this week. No, I take that back. I do. At my company, it is the big event of the summer. So there's going to be, we don't meet face-to-face with customers. All our customer interactions done over the phone, but all of our salespeople from all over the states are coming back to our town to just meet up and have a big conference. It's like a company meeting, and since I'm an intern, I'm not going to be doing a lot, but everyone's just going to be gone all week. And then there's a big party Thursday night, which, it'll be interesting to see my coworkers get just absolutely trashed, I think.
Why won't you be?
Because I am 19 years old.
Oh.
At a company-sponsored event.
That's fair.
It's probably not a great idea for me to drink with my employers.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not a big underage drinking guy.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, I would think.
I don't think any of us are.
Makes me lame.
Really.
Well, Chayan can now drink legally.
Yeah.
So
he
has no need to drink underage.
As of 3 weeks ago now?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
When the time of this podcast goes up 4 weeks.
Yeah, I forget time travel exists.
Time travel.
Hashtag Endgame.
Me and Chayan were both big into Doctor Who when we were younger.
Oh yeah, for sure. Wait. Oh no, it was my dorm. In my dorm in college, I took a command strip and a command hook, and actually when it came Christmas time, I put up ornaments all over the ceiling of my dorm. And I had this little TARDIS ornament thing that I hung up right in the middle, and every now and then I'd walk by and just spin it and be oh, I'm time traveling. I didn't actually do that, but
that's
you did. That's too lame, man. That's too lame.
Hey, too lame was an alternate name for this podcast, so...
Too lame.
With a 2,
yeah,
so
with
it's
a 2.
not as lame.
No, I think that makes it twice as lame, because we're trying too hard.
Okay.
Anyway, Josh,
how do you think your week's gonna go?
Honestly, I kind of plan things by the seat of my pants. So, I mean, like, probably work and hang out with people. This is the last full week I have of my NASA thing, because the following week I'll be gone at my camp, so I gotta do a lot of stuff to catch up. Stay ahead, actually. So that way I can go to camp. So I'll probably actually be working on that a lot. So, yeah.
So our weeks are going to be busy.
Yeah.
mine's gonna be pretty boring. I mean, busy.
Yeah.
But boring.
Busy, but boring.
But I'm getting, and then next Saturday, the 22nd, which will be 2 days in the past from when you hear this. I'm doing that wrestling training thing. Basically, I will be getting up really early, like 7 o'clock.
It's not that early.
Well, it is for Saturday.
True.
Getting up early, 7 o'clock.
I was up at 7 this morning.
That's your problem. I was up at 9:30.
And I couldn't fall back
and in town
asleep.
at 10.
Good.
Anyway, but yeah, I'll be getting up really early, driving a good, 2.5 hours away to go to this camp. We do the camp all day, and then I'm driving back, and that's...
Wait, is this just completely a practice, or is it a show?
There's not a show this night. There will be a coming up, which I believe the guy wants to book me for already, despite not having seen me ever wrestle, so we'll see.
They're that desperate for wrestlers? Or they just think you're going to be that good? Or both?
I have no idea, but I'm really glad that's going on. We'll try to get videos or photos to you guys via Twitter, probably.
Speaking
of Twitter, you can reach us on Twitter at experimentalre1. So go check us out there. We got memes. We've got
memes,
content,
updates. I'm bad at Twitter, so I don't know.
Josh is.
I'm learning Twitter still.
I'd take over Twitter just because I have a little bit better understanding, but I also have not a crazier week. I just have weird hours.
You have very weird hours. Yeah. It's kind of hard to get information and stuff to each other because, when I'm up, you're asleep. When you're asleep, I'm up, and I think I just said the same thing twice, but backwards.
Yeah, you did.
I actually don't sleep personally.
He just caffeine patches all the way down his arm.
Yeah,
just like a complete arm of caffeine.
I have
patches.
a concerning caffeine addiction, but it's okay.
But
I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
Speaking of problems, seems battle royales are kind of starting to.
A
bit of a problem. hey, I try.
I like it. It's a good segue. So, when was the last time you, the listener, heard about battle royale games that aren't Fortnite? Because Apex Legends just as soon as it appeared, it's dying again.
Yeah, you got a couple weeks in the sun, and then it was like,
dude, it was holding crazy numbers on Twitch for a good 2-3 weeks.
Well, back when it first came out, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then ever since then, it's been dropping. Last time I was on Twitch, it was like 3 rows down, I think, which is
and
quite a ways.
It's not a bad game. Nothing's fundamentally changed about the game. Nothing came to significantly take away from its market share.
Well, it's like what we covered in the first week. It's that pendulum of things. We went from single player experiences to multiplayer experiences to massively multiplayer experiences. Not MMOs, but I mean 1,000-player,
MMOs will
100
survive.
Yeah, MMOs are, especially in Japan, but in Korea. But you went to these 100-player battle royales, 64 maps on 64-player maps on Call of Duty, or whatever, these big multiplayer things.
Call of Duty Blackout, Battlefield
5 or whatever.
Well, no, it has a certain name. Battlefield. What is it called?
I mean, Counter-Strike came out with the Battle Royale mode and went free to play.
Yep.
Worst decision.
Fortnite, PUBG, Apex Legends.
Everything. There's so many of them.
Rings of Elysium.
Yeah. There was
that one, but
we had all these for years there was just all these big multiplayer experiences, and everyone's like, what about the people who just playing single player games?
Yeah, but hear me out. Other people suck.
Yeah, there's just times you just want to lock yourself in a room, turn off the lights, turn on all the RGB, and just play games.
Nah, dude, you gotta turn all of the RGB on.
I want to do that all the time.
Sorry, I mean turn all the RGB on. What did I say?
Oh, off.
Oh, yeah, no, you turn the lights off, but turn the RGB on.
Oh, okay.
Everything's cooler if it comes in different colors.
Yes.
Hey, dude, when building my PC, I'm like, I'm gonna try and stay around $1,000. And then I like found some like RGB light strips and RGB RAM, and I'm like, you know what? I'll give myself an extra $120.
It glows. Let me throw $120 at it.
Dude, shiny.
It's just shiny. I have to admit, I'm looking at it right now. It does look nice.
I only have RGB going around. Oh.
I want to get RGB fans in it too, but like I just haven't like made the purchase. I mean, I've been using some refurbished fans from my brother that he gave me, but like 2 of them have like died now, and I'm like, I really should get those replaced, but like at some point.
Yeah, see, I just have RGB around the back of my monitor, so I always turn that on when I play. Like, it's something you like forget about after about 5 seconds, and I find like it really helps with my like eye strain when I'm playing in a dark room, and it doesn't really, because otherwise I can't I hate playing with the lights on. Like if I'm So, but anyways, and so then
I have a laptop, so there's no customization there.
Because of laptop, just get RGB strips and put it around the back of your like.
Just glue them onto my laptop.
Get one of those USB RGB strips that you can like plug into like the TV and like hang underneath. Just get one of those, but like attach it to the back.
My
of your
USB
monitors.
ports on my computer.
Anyway, so as I said, like we had all these multiplayer games, and then E3, they were almost all single player. Almost every single,
except for one.
Which one was that? Like Call of Duty?
No, it was the Fallout 76.
Fallout 76
Battle Royale.
Yeah, well, it's Bethesda. They're always behind the times.
Especially on their
like
game
when they're
engine.
delivering stuff.
And delivering stuff.
Anyway.
Yeah, so.
Please sponsor us, Bethesda. We'll say nice things about you if you pay us.
Hashtag no free ads.
But yeah, so like, I don't think Fortnite's really dying anytime soon, just because of the streaming community that's around it. It just the availability, because of the fact that they have so many platforms that they're available on. And like crossplay's a thing, free to play. They are 100% gonna be still going strong for a while. But all these other ones, I don't think that they can compete with Fortnite and the fan base that Fortnite already has. Because, I mean, like Apex, it targeted more the mature audience, more the people that like the first-person shooters.
Right.
And it worked, but they don't have the just availability as Fortnite does. Because there's so many kids in just school with their phones and stuff that literally just play Fortnite on their phone.
Because Fortnite, you can be like 8 years old playing Fortnite, and you can be like 78 playing Fortnite. Like that, like it's basically timeless. Like if you can play a video game, you can play Fortnite. Whereas like as you said, Apex Legends is more aimed towards that mature audience.
There's definitely a higher skill curve in Apex at the beginning. Of course, Fortnite in the building now has become just so ridiculous.
Well, with Apex, Apex was a branch off of Titanfall. So it was like the same universe, and there's story that they're slowly like revealing through new characters coming in. But when it got released, people were like, whoa, it's just Titanfall but Battle Royale, but they don't have Titans and they don't have their like boost jumps and wall running and stuff. But they still kept like the slide mechanic and like the acceleration. So there was still a skill gap. It just wasn't as massive as Fortnite's skill gap, because they have building, they have like just like hot switching between weapons, just like in the competitive between Fortnite and just like normal games of Fortnite is crazy. Like normal games of Fortnite, it gets down to like the final circle, and like sure, like you gotta build or the other person's gotta build, and then you build fight. While like in competitive, there's like 30 people still in that final circle, and they're just moving from box to box.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Honestly, building is my least favorite part of Fortnite.
Speaking of building, Minecraft's coming back too. Also, speaking of single player experiences, like
well, to be fair, Minecraft is best experienced in like a LAN group.
Yeah, but still, that's like it's not a 100-player battle royale. That's like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 of your best friends all in LAN world.
Well, Minecraft was the first battle royale.
Right, survival games was the first. But well, I mean, it all started from actually a Japanese movie named Battle Royale with a bunch of kids locked on an island with a bunch of weapons, and
it was brutal and messed up. But yeah,
it's basically like teaching Vacation Bible School, to be honest.
Then I mean, Hunger Games, and then I mean, Battle Royale is definitely.
If they made an actual Hunger Games game, I'd play it. I think it'd be kind of fun.
If they made it right, if they didn't make it to where it followed the books, if they made it just like, this is the Hunger Games.
Yeah. No storyline. Just playing. There's no events where you break out and fight what they called the corporation. I don't remember.
They had something. the Capitol.
Capital. Thank you.
They had something very, 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 very similar to the Hunger Games. It was a battle royale. It was called The Culling, which I believe actually originated on console. It was first released. It was a very, very rough game, but it was a lot more focused on like not the survival aspect, but like the weapons you got was like an axe or a bow or a crossbow. Like you might find a gun, but it was mainly those. Like maybe you found a spear. So it was very much so. More so like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm always a bigger fan of lower tech and higher magic in games. A lot of the time. And then, unless you go... I like the ends of the spectrum, right? I like full fantasy or like...
Full sci-fi.
Full sci-fi. Like
Skyrim? Cyberpunk 2077.
What about Star Wars?
Whoever makes that game, CD Projekt Red, please sponsor us. We want to get our advanced copies.
What about Star Wars though? That combines both fantasy and like the sci-fi.
Sure, because it doesn't just chill in the middle.
I suppose it has like the whole like magical force, and then like we also have like these beams of light that like cuts
Lasers.
pretty much everything.
Yeah,
it's so hard though to like stay right in the middle and be interesting.
Yeah, I'm never a big Call of Duty fan. I never was.
Some of the early ones were fine. Like I enjoyed like.
Well, but is that they were like good, or is that just you like the what's the word I'm looking for?
Nostalgia?
Yeah, nostalgia.
Well, I never was big into Call of Duty. I remember I usually if I play Call of Duty, I played it with like my brother or my uncle or something, and we just like I don't know.
That is one thing. Like good memories attached to games does not necessarily equate it to being a good game.
I take
Same
that
with
back.
TV shows.
Like, or I had fun watching this show or playing this game, but like it doesn't necessarily mean it was great.
Because I take that back. I have played the campaign. I think for the very first Call of Duty game and really enjoyed that.
Well, see, the Call of Duty campaigns. The Call of Duty campaigns starting out, they were a lot more realistic. They were a lot more modern, like problems, or like took historical events and like put their own twist. So they were more relatable.
Well, like the first one was World War II.
Yeah. And now they've just gone so far into the future that we really can't relate. Like what was it? Black Ops 3's campaign was really interesting, really intricate, but it was all about like it was super sci-fi. Like you were going through like essentially like tracking memories to try and find like a guy that's like a problem or something, and then you end up finding out that like you are that guy.
That sounds about right. Directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, like it's, and that's probably butchering it a lot, but like it was a really interesting story. It was very long, much longer, but it just isn't as relatable.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but do you guys wake up and you're like, man, I feel like hunting down a bad guy, and then you go to work and everyone's like, you're actually the bad guy?
I mean, no, usually my parents are the one telling me I'm the bad
guy.
Just kidding, you mom.
Now all I can think of is Billie Eilish from her song Bad Guy.
Oh boy. All right, let's tangent talk about Billie Eilish.
What's up with Billie Eilish?
What is with Billie Eilish?
Exactly. Like, I didn't know who Billie Eilish was probably until like a month ago, and now it seems like everyone's talking about Billie Eilish. I'm just like, okay.
So it's this super edgy, like 17-year-old girl.
I didn't know that she was. I thought she was like 22.
No, she's super
And then like
young.
she was on an interview or whatever, and like they like asked her like her age or whatever. She's like, yeah, I'm 17, and I'm like, what?
Really? She's younger than all of us?
Yeah,
she's already accomplished far more than we ever will.
I know. Like, I was listening to another podcast, and they had Smitty, a YouTuber, on, and I was listening, and it was an older one. And he was talking about like how he's 21 now, and I'm like, he's my age? I thought he was younger.
It's always weird.
But like, and it's also weird when you like look at YouTubers that like you watch. I mean, that I personally watch, and they're like only like a couple years older than me, and they've done like all this. It's like I'm slacking, man.
There's lots of ways to make a lot of money in the world.
Hey, you have a couple of years for this podcast to take off still. So,
yeah, we're gonna all be rich by 25.
Woo. Chayan's got 4 years.
We don't look like we believe it.
Luke and I have 6 years.
Yeah. But yeah, so Billie Eilish is like this weird aesthetic going on.
It's like,
but it's not like the quite, because you guys heard of Poppy? Because Poppy is like another girl of like weirdly indeterminate age, And her thing is like there's like a whole storyline going behind all of her music videos.
Really?
Yeah, because she's like not quite human, and like she like commands people to do stuff, and like, it's like a really cool, creepy horror aesthetic. Billie Eilish just has like a weird horror aesthetic, but she's kind of like got this whole like I'm not like the other girls because I don't wear makeup and I don't whatever vibe going about her. And it's just like. I don't know, man.
I do have to say, there's one song, I forget what it's called, but they have little clips of audio from The Office. It's by far my favorite song from her, just because of that.
No, I haven't even seen it. It's not a new favorite song, too.
It's great. I'll have to play it for you after the podcast. I haven't listened to
any of her music. I just saw like a clip from one of hers where she had like black tears or something. But I mean,
so much edge.
She's fairly edgy.
Much like Luke and his pencil ones.
But speaking of edgy and like, just kind of like goth-ish and punk vibes, are you feeling lucky, punk?
That was a super big stretch.
I'm feeling like soccer
I know,
talk.
I try.
Now it's time for soccer talk.
All right, let's do this. So the United States women's national team won their opening
World Cup. Soccer talk. You basically did the same thing as last week.
I haven't finished it either. They still have no idea what's going on.
Okay, give him a little bit. Give him
one of these weeks.
Let him
finish things.
This is Soccer Talk 2.0, only more boring.
Shut up. So they won. The U.S. women's national team won their opening World Cup group game 13-0, turning what is supposed to be the best competition between the best players in the world into when your mom makes you play FIFA against your little cousin, but you refuse to go easy on him. Also, Real Madrid has spent $300 million during this transfer window, which is far more than any of us will ever...
And this has been Soccer Talk.
Fair enough.
I knew if we just let him keep going, it would not stop. It would take a while.
I have to maximize my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't blame me, right?
Yeah, no.
All right. Feeling lucky, punk.
I am feeling lucky, punk.
Let's do this.
I'm Batman. I'm a non-named vigilante
no
with
free
a
ads.
dark aesthetic.
My superhero name is No Free Ads.
Okay.
I'm feeling lucky.
Why am I searching?
Never doing that voice again.
Good
I just
try.
cracked my jaw. What the heck?
I'm feeling puzzled.
I'm feeling puzzled. A Google a day. There's no right way to solve it, but there's only one right answer. What?
We ask a question. An 11-foot bird lives less than 2 miles from coordinates.
30.
What's his name?
9 minus 182.88.
Big bird.
So they give you okay. So this is the rules. They're giving you the rules. They ask you a question, and you have to use your Googling skills to find the answer. Let's try it.
I still say it's Big Bird.
Quick start playing.
Big Bird is like clearly not because I give you the answer.
Big Bird is like 7 feet tall. All right, because that's how it's supposed to work.
Okay.
Oh,
What abolitionist rented a house from the husband of the woman for whom Grace Park in Akron, Ohio is named? So Grace Park, Akron, Ohio. Google that, I guess, so we can like, figure it out.
Akron, Ohio.
Just type it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. There's a point thing ticking down, and I don't like it. Okay, Grace Park.
There.
Click it. I don't know. Click a link. We can't just sit here looking at the results.
I mean,
can.
I was just like into the microphone.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. So
Stop stuttering, John.
Colonel Simon Perkins wanted the land preserved for all time when he donated it to the community. He named it Grace Park in honor of his wife. So, Simon Perkins. Search Simon Perkins house rental. Because he rented a house. He rented a house to an abolitionist. Which one? Not sure.
House rental.
Yeah, house rental. I don't know. There. Look, there. He's got a Wikipedia page.
Okay.
He would...
Control F this thing.
Wait. Title Colonel was... It doesn't... He didn't actually serve in the military, but they called him Colonel. This probably makes for terrible podcasting.
Yeah, let's just do this one question.
John Brown. John
Brown?
Look down.
John
Brown house. John Brown would rent the building. So John Brown. Let's go.
Got it. Oh, and there's more.
There's more. No,
okay,
we're good.
We're just doing
We got the first one.
We got the first one.
This is terrible podcasting. But
anyways.
the answer is John Brown, in case you were wondering.
Yeah.
In case you actually understood our mad, insane ramble.
Yeah, we're all
right
just
here.
staring at the computer trying to... So if we get another one of those, let's not do that again. But now we know. But I have to say that feature definitely a bit overrated. Speaking of overrated...
Food.
Yeah, food. We were talking about cereal earlier today. And
In last week's podcast.
Last week's podcast. I do not like cereal. Controversial, but I'm just not a fan. I can't stand it.
I can eat
don't like the
cereal.
texture. I mean, I get
I don't
the
like the
texture.
It's when it's crunchy and weird in milk. No. When it's soggy and weird in milk. Also no.
See, I get the texture thing. I don't agree personally with like the whole cereal thing, but like that's how I am with like onions and peppers. Like I love the flavor of onions and peppers, but I hate actually eating them. Like throw them in a stir fry, give the other things flavor, and then take them right out.
Okay, you know what actually does not taste bad? It's the texture. Chicken feet. Okay, for those of you listening who don't know, I lived in China for a while. They eat chicken feet there like we eat candy bars. You just go to the store, buy like a pack of like a chicken foot, and just open it and like eat it. They actually don't taste terrible, but it is the weirdest thing ever. Like it's just the cartilagey.
That's how I eat steak, like candy bars. Like earlier today.
Yeah, no, he just ate a fat plate of steak before we came on for this episode.
It was like mini. They were like the size of like a dollar coin.
Oh no, they looked great. I was side eyeing them the whole time you were eating.
They were tiny. They were bacon wrapped, but they were like thick.
Mm-hmm.
They like wow. I ate like 3 of them. Whew.
We're big meat guys on this pod.
Oh hell yeah.
We actually have a friend who is a vegetarian, but just not because of any moral reasons, but just because he does not like meat. Which is
I ate a salad for lunch.
It was what he did wrestling and he had to like cut back and like watch his weight, and so he just didn't eat meat for a while and just kind of got used to it.
It makes him sick now.
Yeah, so now he just doesn't.
I didn't know if that was the story.
Soda makes me sick because I just didn't drink it for a while. Mm-hmm. So I mean,
I cut back on it significantly. So now I'll just drink it like occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
and then I'll drink a lot of it when I do.
I don't know. I can't drink soda because like the carbonation just totally messes me up.
What about like
You're saying
water?
Soda is an overrated food? Like
soda is overrated. Yes,
that's fair. I mean, I drink.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
So yeah, anything.
The irony. Here, buddy, have one.
No, that's yours.
Well, yeah, it is.
So yeah, like you said, like anything carbonated just throws me for like those carbonated fruit punches. Like even though it's like only like half carbonated, like it's just like sort of flat because I like pour like Sprite in with like Hawaiian punch.
What if you take a soda and you like shake it up and so it gets really really flat? Like leave it out in the sun for a little bit and then bring it in.
Then the sugar is just like
Yeah, it's just it tastes bad.
So I got an overrated food for you. LaCroix. LaCroix waters.
Oh, hell yes.
LaCroix flavored water.
LaCroix tastes flavored. Like it was... There's no actual fruit in it, right? It was like if you put it in the same truck that had transported fruit right before without washing it out and just like a little bit of the flavor got in there, that's LaCroix.
LaCroix. Okay, so like LaCroix sounds really fancy. And the first time I had it was over in Wisconsin. We were... What was it? I was with my sister-in-law and we were going to a zoo with her or my niece and nephew, I think. And we were walking and she's like, "Oh, do you want a LaCroix?" And I'm like, "Oh, sure. I never had one." And I like pop it open and it's like fizzy and I'm like, "Ooh, this is exciting and fancy." And I go to drink it and I'm like, I try to take like a normal like soda sip. Like you don't sip on soda, like you take like a gulp and then you drink it. So that's what I did, and I was caught so off guard because it just tasted like fizz but with like the slightest hint of whatever fruit it was supposed to be.
I've got like a weirdly high amount of metaphors for what LaCroix tastes like.
Really?
I want to hear them.
Yes.
Let's hear them.
Let's go.
All right. LaCroix tastes like someone took a single bite of a fruit, chewed it up, then spat in the can of water.
That's generous, though. I think even that's
Yeah, that's generous.
Just their actual saliva, though. None of the actual fruit made it in.
Okay.
LaCroix tastes like you're drinking normal carbonated water, but someone yells the name of a fruit really loud in the next room, so you're thinking about it.
Orange!
LaCroix tastes like you dropped a single one of that fruit in a reservoir for an entire city, then bottled it.
What we need to do, like, boom, roasted after all.
Are there any
no LaCroix fans in this room.
Are there any good like flavored carbonated water? Like similar to LaCroix, to where it's not just, you know, flavored carbonated water. Like the or it's flavored sparkling water. Sorry.
I hate those two. Oh my gosh.
Is there anything like similar to LaCroix that tastes better? Because I've only ever had like LaCroix.
Yeah. So hear me out. There's this. It's actually most of the time pretty natural. It does have some natural sugars in it, but it's not carbonated. But it's kind of like a fruit flavor. It's called juice. Just drink juice. LaCroix is gross. Drink juice.
I was actually hoping for some like actual
I got
advice
nothing,
there.
man.
Oh,
just drink juice.
Speaking of juice, I want to tell my alcoholism story as a child. Basically, both of these guys are like, "Whoa, how we get?"
Well, I've got a description lyric already.
Josh,
we need to stream these just because of our reactions.
Absolutely.
To some of this stuff. If you guys
please.
want us to like start streaming these,
we can certainly work on that.
Yeah, like just send us some tweets or post on the YouTube video.
Email us so we can actually do a mailbag next week.
So we can get.
We'd love to hear questions from you. We can, like, you know, overrated, underrated foods could be like a mailbag question. Just tell us what kind of mailbag question you want to hear from us. We can help you. We can tell you.
Okay.
Sorry, tell us about your alcoholism, Josh.
Before that, though, that reminds me of when we were streaming on Twitch Minecraft that one time and we got that one viewer. And
man.
What if he doesn't have, like, his legs, though? He's, like, half a viewer or something like that. I remembered that.
So not having your legs makes you half of a person?
That's what Luke said. He's like, you remember that, Luke?
In this episode, Luke is insensitive to the disabled.
And then you had to apologize to him. You're like, I'm sorry, man.
Sorry, half viewer. I bet you it's the same
That
guy
was
that's listening
like
from
7
France.
years ago.
It wasn't that long. Last time Minecraft was relevant and we got together and played a land.
That was
Dude,
like
okay.
2012.
Yeah, no, like, okay, so
That
the thing
puzzle?
is, though...
No, it's I have it on YouTube. We can look it up.
The thing is, though, it's like, okay, high school wasn't that long ago, right? Mm-hmm. Except for the fact that it was like 4 years ago for me.
It was a year ago for me. I graduated.
Yeah.
Well, 2 years for me, but yeah.
Because Luke was smart, so he's a year ahead. Even though Luke and I are literally the same age. You're 6 days older.
I was 6 days older than him. Those 6 days, let me tell you, they matter.
They matter. Luke graduated a whole year before
If I had
me
been
'cause he was
born 6 days later, maybe I wouldn't have pencil arms.
Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, so my we're going to talk about this.
Tell me about your alcoholism. This is an intervention, Josh.
So my alcoholism problem as a child.
All hands on deck. We literally all
always
lean
put
forward.
their hands on the table.
So,
my name is Josh. Hello, Josh.
I feel like we're having a really big build up to this, and it's not going to be as cool as you.
Dude,
guys.
that's like literally all of our stories, though.
Yeah, we're not that interesting.
This is going to be super.
It's a big
disappointing.
secret of the pod.
Okay, so when I was a kid, like, you know, we're talking like 7, 8, 9, 10, we would do this thing where we thought, like, oh, adults, they drink wine. Like, wine is super cool. We need to be, like, cool and, like, as, like, adults. So we would take juice, like orange juice and, like, strawberry, kiwi, lemon juice or something. I don't know, whatever, you know, like...
Literally the, like, two juices that will never be a wine.
Strawberry, kiwi, lemon.
It was like those, oh crap, I can't remember what it's called now, like the old country or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just those juices. We would take them and we pour like 3/4 of a glass for them and then like 1/4 of water. And then we would call it kids wine. All it was watered down juice, but we thought we were the coolest people ever because it was...
So there's no actual alcohol involved in this story.
No.
Wow,
That was such a letdown.
I was like hoping like, oh, my dad secretly like slipped me a shot of whiskey to help me sleep.
All my drinks as a kid.
That's why I told you it's probably going to be disappointing. But that's what I thought about because we were talking about LaCroix, which is like watered down.
Oh yeah,
like,
fair.
And so
that's fair.
So
yeah,
you know what is actually good?
Rice Krispies.
Sparkling grape juice.
It's okay.
You never had that?
No, I've had it.
Okay,
It
my
just-
family gets it. Always. My dad's side of
just-
the family spends like every New Year's together, which is awesome. I love
just-
all of them.
tastes like champagne, but not the slight alcohol taste that champagne has.
So the under 21s in this room don't know what champagne tastes like. Apparently, I'm gonna love champagne though because that white. We also call it kid wine. That white, sparkling grape juice is the greatest.
see,
Which
when
is
I'm at
funny.
family
I would drink
gatherings-
that all year round. It's so good.
It's funny that it like sparkling white grape juice you called kids wine because it's sparkling and no wine is sparkling. Well, there's probably
There's
wine
definitely
out there,
sparkling wine.
but like it's not a usual thing. Like
It's
wine
like
is
champagne. Well,
Champagne's not wine.
it's made with grapes.
It's not wine. Champagne is different than wine.
See,
It is. It
Isn't
is.
champagne
It is.
just sparkling wine?
Champagne is like its own thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
Champagne,
No, champagne comes from like a specific region.
Isn't it like Italy or something?
It's the Champagne region in Italy. Yeah,
yeah, in Italy.
Everything's from Italy. No, France.
Oh yeah, it probably is French. Yep, Champagne. Okay, and I think it's named after like a town. Like yeah.
The Champagne region.
Okay.
Anyways,
something.
but where were we? We got
wine.
so
We're
kid
talking-
wine. Kid
yeah,
wine.
Oh,
Okay,
we're
yeah.
still talking on overrated, underrated food. So
Yeah.
LaCroix, wildly overrated.
Okay.
Sparkling grape juice, underrated.
Underrated off that. Rice Krispies. 100%. Like, everyone that I talk
agree.
to about Rice Krispies,
Rice
they're
Krispies
like,
are underrated.
well, it's good if you put, like, a spoonful or two of sugar in it. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, it's perfectly fine as it is. Sorry. Luke just is sitting back annoyed because we're talking about cereal.
Go ahead.
But,
I'm not here to stop.
But Rice Krispies, like, you put milk in it, you let it soak for a little bit. It's super filling. It's pretty healthy because it doesn't have, like, anything in it.
It's healthy with an asterisk because it's just not as bad as the other cereals.
Yeah.
Healthy by comparison.
I mean, if you're one that puts, like,
Like
a
diet
spoonful of sugar
We're talking
in it.
straight Krispies.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, no, straight Krispies, definitely one of the healthiest cereals out there.
I'll eat Rice Krispie bars.
Thank you, Luke.
See,
I'm just saying, like, I'm not morally, I'm not opposed to cereal.
Like,
Luke
you just don't
has
like the
moral-
combination.
This is weird.
You just don't like the combination between
Right.
cereal and
Yeah.
milk.
I mean, I wouldn't just eat handfuls of cereal.
Why
but
not?
I'll eat
It's a good
cereal
snack.
and, like,
Captain Crunch.
desserts mostly.
Captain
I like
Crunch,
dessert.
just dry Captain Crunch is good.
No,
Really?
I don't know if I like any cereal dry.
Really?
If you have milk, it's fine because you like wait for like 10 seconds and then it gets like it's not soggy, but it's just a little bit that like
It's moist.
it's slightly it is like that.
How many
moisture to
viewers do you think we just lost just because of that word?
it. Moist.
Well, there goes the rest. Yeah, that's okay. All right, overrated food.
Rice
Banana.
Krispie bars.
No, shut up. Bananas.
I don't like
do
bananas.
not like
Yeah,
bananas. We agree on this.
Yeah.
I love bananas. Oh my
I like-
gosh.
I like-
their
okay.
texture's gross.
Yeah, I agree. I used to love bananas when I was a kid, and then I don't know what age I got. It was like 11 or 12, and I just started hating bananas.
I loved bananas as a kid too.
Yeah.
My parents gave them to me a lot.
That's the
They
issue.
think they overdid it.
So I'm like, they
this
overdid
sucks.
bananas.
Forget it.
See, I like bananas because you can just have like a whole bunch of them sitting on the table and it's just like, banana. I'm gonna eat that
But you
quick.
can
Hear
do
me
that with
out. The same
apples.
thing, but with an
I
apple,
don't
which
like
tastes
apples.
good.
I like apple taste. I don't like apples because they're like hard and like
Oh, just
I can't do
Okay,
it.
Honey
And then
Crisp. Honey Crisp.
Skin gets stuck in your
Honey
teeth.
Crisp.
Yeah, Honey Crisp.
Have you had Honey Crisp? They're
Honey-
like super tender, super sweet, not sour. Those are my all-time. Like those
the
are the
fruit?
only apples that I will ever eat.
Oh, Honey Crisp apples.
Honey Crisp apples.
See,
So good.
I love like applesauce. I love like apple juice. I love like apple products. Like we have an apple tree that produces like I'm not even joking like hundreds of apples on good years, on off years maybe like 20. But that's well because apple trees alternate. One year they have like tons of apples. The next
Yep.
year it's very few. They're like biannual or whatever. But yeah, I don't like eating the apple straight. It's because the skin gets stuck in your teeth.
Well, similarly, I will eat banana bread.
Yeah, banana bread's great.
Banana muffins. My dad
Yep.
makes muffins every Sunday morning. Dad, you're the best. Banana Laffy Taffy.
I don't like banana Laffy Taffy.
Okay, hear me
I
out.
hate it.
You guys want to hear something interesting?
Gross.
The banana flavoring is based off a type of banana that has gone extinct.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard about
So
that.
natural banana products, banana bread, banana muffins, anything you put an actual banana into is a different breed of banana than the banana flavoring is based off of. So if you don't like banana, if you like banana bread and you don't like banana flavoring, that is why. If you like one breed of bananas, not
Because didn't they
another.
go extinct in like the 50s or 60s or something like that? So like your grandparents might remember the old bananas, but like
Eats banana. This is nothing like bananas in my day.
When I was a kid, we drug our bananas uphill both ways. Yeah, so I actually happen to like banana flavoring, like candy. I don't like actual bananas.
I only like natural banana flavoring. I'm very picky on because I like banana bread. I'm okay with like juice combos with banana, but just straight up banana flavored things are like I'm not a big fan of it personally.
fair enough.
What else? What do you think? Overrated,
Strawberries
underrated?
are I think underrated.
I don't think anyone underrates strawberries.
Are strawberries actually berries?
Strawberries are great, but no one says
think
they're
so.
not.
Yeah, strawberries are like the best though.
Well,
They're
I
like
know, but
the
no
best
one says
fruit.
they're not, so they can't be underrated. Everyone's like, yeah,
Yeah.
strawberries are great. You know what is underrated? Blackberries.
Okay.
Delicious. Not a lot of people like blackberries.
Okay, pineapple. This is an underrated, overrated thing. But did you know that like people in Europe, like a couple hundred years ago, would like rent pineapples?
Like
They would literally rent pineapples.
Hey kids, want to see my pineapple?
Yeah, they would just like rent it to have like as like party decorations.
Because they were only
yeah.
grown in America.
Yeah, and you would get like huge shipments of them, and very few would actually make it back to Europe because a lot of them would spoil. And so each pineapple would, in today's money, essentially be like a couple $1 million.
Man, if only we could have preserved one of those all these years.
Imagine cutting into the $1 million pineapple and just taking a bite and be like, it tastes like a normal pineapple.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's weird.
Well, and because they, people like sweet things, but they didn't really have like extracted sugar and stuff at the time. And pineapple was sweet, so the rich people like to eat pineapple, and only they could afford it.
Speaking of rich people and like $1 million food and stuff, caviar, 100% overrated.
Oh, I believe it.
I've never had caviar, so
okay. So have you ever had sushi?
Don't think so, actually.
What?
Really?
Okay, we have to take sushi.
We need to go out to sushi. Anyways, there's a place here in town where if you order a certain one of the rolls that I like to order, I stick to like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
They put like little bits of caviar on it. It's a volcano roll, and so for like the lava, it's like red caviar like on top, and it doesn't like. I mean, it's small, but like they don't taste like anything. They just are there.
That's fair.
So, like, the sushi I have had, though, is, like, Chinese sushi, where it's not actually sushi. It's in the shape of sushi, but they fill it with rice and like, hot dogs or something.
Sushi, okay, hot dogs is weird. Rice, it's like sushi does have rice.
Yeah, hot dogs is very odd.
Or it's just straight rice, because, like, sushi is, like, fish with a little rice, like, wrapped in, like, seaweed. They'll just,
usually
like,
avocado.
They'll just take rice.
Not always. We like avocado.
A lot have avocado.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we like avocado, but looking at the menu, not all of them have it.
Yeah, like when I was in China, we would go get like quote unquote sushi, and it was just rice wrapped in seaweed with like a little
hot dog.
It's Chinese hot dog too, so it's like 90% flour. It's disgusting.
Flour hot dog.
Remind me.
Yeah, it's filler. It's just filler.
Yeah,
remind me not to go to China
expensive.
to eat.
Well, China has some really
get some Chinese food.
Yeah,
China has some really great food, just not chicken feet and sushi. I guess I know. I think we just lost all our Chinese audience.
We're sorry, Chinese audience.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
I still can't get over the fact these are the things that you talk about, Josh. But yet on the first podcast, you're like, "Oh, I just enjoy doing like normal college guy stuff,
like eating chicken feet,
eating chicken feet, hot dog sushi."
To be fair, he didn't enjoy those things.
Yeah, but he's done it.
Yeah.
I speak a small amount of Chinese.
Really?
我会说一点普通话.
That was cool.
Okay.
I mean, all of our Chinese people are going to be like, wow, he just butchered the pronunciation. But, like, I could speak enough when we lived there. Like, you can, like, play charades and say a few words and get your point across.
I actually speak a little bit of Russian.
Yeah. Vodka.
Duh. That's it. That's German.
I can quote Genji and Hanzo from Overwatch.
Chayan is a weeaboo.
I am cultured, guys.
Cheyenne's most interesting talent on display.
My most interesting talent is... I'll get back to it when I think of it.
Oh, gosh.
So
Overrated, underrated. Kale. Overrated.
Oh, 100%.
Although, if you bake kale into, like, crisps, delicious.
Really?
Yep.
With a little salt or something?
Yeah, put some salt on it. It's like a chip.
I've never had kale, but like I was listening to this comedian at one point, and he had this skit about kale and how it doesn't make sense because literally the only thing like people talk about kale all the time, right? And they're like, oh, I made a kale smoothie or whatever. Like I made this and that. It's like everything that somebody does with kale, they add like 4 more ingredients to make it tolerable.
It's true.
Speaking of kale, Himalayan pink salt is overrated.
Himalayan pink. Isn't that just salt that's just pink?
It has.
I think I've had it like once.
It's literally. I think I saw like this thing, and it was like 99.8% the same as like regular table salt, but it's like 0.2 of like these other minerals in it, which give it its pink color. It doesn't like taste any different.
Yeah. No, like
it's just pink.
I'm pretty sure I went to a restaurant.
A lot more.
Pretty sure I went to a restaurant and they had like a grinder of it.
Yeah.
And like I tried it, and I'm like, wow, this is just salt that's pink. Like, and I mean, after you grind it, it's not even pink.
Like it is like a pink, but you mean when it's like diffused in your food, you don't see it.
Yeah.
so it's like one of those things. Like, I mean, it's cool to look at. Like, maybe I get like a Himalayan pink salt like blocked like display, but I don't know. I just to eat it, it's just like, why would you pay all that extra money? Like, apparently it's supposed to be like more natural and more like you're more one with nature or something. Not to make fun of people who like it. I mean, I think it's kind of
sorry. This is just reminding me of a tweet I saw that was like, not all white people like LaCroix, but only white people like LaCroix.
So
true.
Not all white people gets Himalayan sea salt, but only white people pay for pink sea salt.
Yeah, pretty much.
I forgot what I was gonna say now. Thanks, Luke. You cut me off, and now I forgot what I was gonna say.
Didn't mean to cut
you
off.
Okay, and that's been Luke singing.
Overrated/underrated.
A canceled segment.
Most overrated food is just like overly expensive food. Like, there's not. I remember. I was gonna go off of like natural stuff, like overrated organic food.
Mm-hmm. Like, I get it, but like
the price difference. It kind of makes sense, but it doesn't make sense with how big of a price difference.
Okay, well, the reason is because if you're growing an organic garden or an organic field of crops versus regular
it's harder to grow as many.
You get way few, like your yields are like a fraction of what they would be with others, with like genetically modified like seeds combined with like some herbicides.
That's the thing. Genetically modified is like a scary term. Makes it sound like you're playing God or whatever. But your dog is genetically modified. It's been selectively bred to have certain traits, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that it looks like a pug instead of... Pugs are the worst, by the way, because they have breathing problems just because of the way they're designed.
Yeah.
Awful.
Like, we have literally designed animals.
They're not awful dogs.
No, not awful dogs. It's just awful how it...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Careful.
Well, okay.
Yeah, every dog has been genetically designed and modified.
If I remember right, I was reading a thing, or maybe I was listening to a YouTube video, something like that. It was about how they, like, early genetic modifications, now they, like, it's more intricate. They actually, like, go in and actually alter the DNA.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, early ones, they would just basically, like, take, like, crops and, like, irradiate them a crap ton until, like, they would mutate. And then when they got a favorable mutation, then they would just breed it a ton.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they would do.
It's okay, guys. GMO food is fine. You don't have to buy organic. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean,
or if you want to buy organic.
Corn is a completely... just genetic monstrosity.
Oh,
it does not
absolutely.
exist in nature. It's basically a grass that has been bred for literally tens of thousands of years or whatever.
Corn is?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's basically a grass that like the Native Americans or whatever grew, like just.
It was just kind of there.
Yeah, it was just kind of. It was. I think it was originally like teosine or something like that. Or I probably just butchered the pronunciation.
Yeah,
but
you would know. Your dad is.
So does that mean is corn a grain?
Corn is a grain.
Okay.
They just basically they bred it over thousands of years, and slowly you got into your regular corn. But it's a complete like genetic monstrosity.
You learn something new every day.
Luke,
with those pencil arms, man.
It's just not fair, man.
Luke's like a big buff guy. He has just tiny little.
He's not big
I'm
or
not
buff.
big or buff. I am big. I'm 6'4", so I'm a very tall lad.
You're 6'4"?
I am 6'4". I slouch a lot.
I'm an inch. Wait, no, I'm 2 inches shorter than you then.
So
You're the same height as my little brother. Then
I'm 6'2", I think.
you want to
So
talk about
you're
big
6'2".
people? My little brother.
So I'm the
Levi?
shortest at 6 foot.
Levi's that? When was the last time I saw him?
It's been quite a while.
Shout out to Levi if you
Shout out to
listen to
Levi.
this.
You are very tall.
How
Just
tall
in
is
case
he?
you didn't know, like 6'2".
He's taller than me now.
Yeah.
I remember him being like a foot shorter than me.
Yeah, he's
I remember
grown
being able to like
crazy.
pick him up and throw him around.
I can still do
Literally.
that. But
Well, I mean, I'm sure I can too, but like, I mean, he was tiny.
yeah, I know it's crazy. He's grown so fast. But
So
you don't care about our
Old's
siblings,
weird.
so I
Being
know.
old's weird.
I know. It's
And
just
we're not even old.
We're not even old. I make people feel old all the time because I'll be at work and they'll be like, "Hey, how old are you?" I'll be like, "I'm 19." And they're like, "Oi."
Probably because they realize like I'm stuck in the same place as a 19-year-old. Like I haven't actually achieved anything more than he
That's
has.
harsh. All of these people
That's
have achieved
really
more than I
harsh.
have. I don't work in a factory.
He has an
but-
internship.
Dude.
That
That's
was
cool.
really harsh. Anyway,
Josh is insensitive. Oh wait, I already had that one.
Wait, do your coworkers listen to this?
Some of them might.
Oh well, sorry. I
Don't worry,
apologize
my
for-
coworkers. You've already achieved more than Josh ever will.
Probably.
unless he starts working for
But no,
NASA,
I make people
but-
feel really old, but they're like, wait. So I'm like, yep, I was born in the year 2000. They're like, ugh.
That's so weird to hear. Like I get it,
Mm-hmm.
but like it's so like for me, like I was only born in 1998, but it's still really weird for you, like you to just say, "Oh, I was born in the year 2000." Like it's cool, but it's just weird. It feels
It's really
weird.
easy to
I
remember
don't
my
know.
age though, because
Yeah.
I take the year and I subtract 2000. I'm like, neat.
except for like that first month.
There's like
of
a
the
month
year.
where it's really confusing. I can't remember how old I am.
But I was gonna say something. I forgot. Yep.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast, everyone.
We're still in the intro, right?
We're still in the
Where are we?
No, what I was going to say is we're still all born in the 20th century, though, because 2000 is still technically part of the 20th century.
Is it?
Yep. So 2000 is 20th century.
You're
2001
right.
is 21st century.
It's the very end of the 20th
Interesting.
century.
So theoretically, Luke, if we lived to be like 101, we would have technically lived in the 20th, 21st, and 22nd centuries.
I don't think I'm gonna make it to 30.
So speaking
hit by a car,
speaking
my
of
luck
like
is terrible.
Speaking of centuries and stuff, what generation we're not millennials, right?
We are Gen Z.
We're
According to U.S. Census Bureau, we are all millennials. 'Cause
Really?
U.S. Census Bureau considers 1985 to 2000 to be millennials. 2001 onward is Gen Z.
I just identify with Gen Z so much more.
However, yeah, I was gonna say there's like I think Gallup and like Pew Research and they all like say like 1995, 1997 is like the cut. So we're kind of all three
We're
of
like
us
a
are
weird
kind of
in-between.
that gray. Like, are we millennials or Gen Z? I think I'm more of a Gen Z.
I definitely am more of a Gen Z.
I feel, and I'm in a weird place because both my older brothers are 15 years older than me, so they're adults. They like. And so the way that they grew up and the way that I was raised was similar, but still very different. So I don't know where I personally identify with generations, just because like I was raised way closer to how my brothers were raised,
Right.
than like say how you two were
Because your
raised.
parents were used to raising people in the millennial generation.
But I still got a lot more. I got a lot more slack when I got away with a lot more than they did, like a lot more.
I mean, I
didn't get away with anything.
Same thing
Levi,
here.
you're a lucky punk.
Yeah, I didn't get away
Shout
with
out to Levi
Shout out
again.
Levi again.
anything. My brother and sister got away with more than I did because it's like your first kid is
Oldest
just like,
children get it the hardest.
Yeah.
Well, they're learning. Like
Yeah.
no one goes into parenting like knowing how to actually do it.
No, absolutely not.
Especially Luke.
I don't have a child. Just to clarify for everyone there, I don't have a child, so you're right. I don't know how to parent. My little sister is probably already a parent because she kept my little brothers alive this long.
What was your expectation for that comment, John?
No, it was more like when Luke does finally have kids, but
Oh no, that's not gonna go
Dude,
well.
he won't be able to like carry his baby because of the pencil arms. It'll be really
That's
sad.
really sad.
oof.
They'll write a
Mop
Vice
hot
article on me.
head.
This
Oh, no.
sad. This man can't carry his child because his arms are the size of pencils. No. Yeah. In the off chance I actually get married, it's gonna be
Yeah.
hard with this face.
In the off.
You aren't
You're not-
unattractive.
we'll see.
I would say you're above average even.
Dang, that's the best compliment I've gotten all ever.
when one of your best friends like, hey, you're pretty above average.
Luke
Thanks,
finds out
man.
he's above average.
I'm just being honest. I'm not gonna say like, hey, yo, dude, you're a supermodel.
Luke slightly
Why
exceeds
not?
expectations.
Are you not comfortable with your sexuality, or do you not want to make Jason?
He doesn't want to make
jealous?
Jason
I
jealous.
don't want to make Jason jealous.
I need to shave is what I need to do.
Yeah,
'Cause I look
same, dude.
awful with facial
Dude,
hair.
well, like with work, I get so like I get so busy with sleep and work.
Yeah.
So like I get up and I don't really want to like take the time to like shave, then shower, then go to work.
Wait, you shave then shower?
Yeah, that's
What?
what
No,
like
you're gonna
washes.
shower then shave.
I shave in the shower.
You actually?
Yeah.
It's efficient. It
The
works.
water, like,
I
guess.
the water lubricates your face, and you just take the razor and
Do
just.
you not use
kinda-
shaving cream?
I really irritates my skin. So I've just first of all, it's multitasking. I can shower and shave at the same time. Plus the water like lubricates my skin.
Well,
then,
see, I
and
do
it
that,
works
but
actually
like,
pretty well.
I always look in the mirror. I
gotta look at the mirror, unless I
Recently,
miss a
I've just
spot.
been using electric shavers, so like I haven't actually used a razor in a while because I mean it works, and I mean if I use a razor, it's just gonna give me what like an extra like 3 days, like
Yeah.
um.
There's a real sponsor we could get, Dollar Shave Club, because they actually sponsor
yeah,
podcasts.
it's
Dollar
true.
Shave Club. No free ads.
No free ads.
But yeah, no, like I shave and then shower because I mean I rinse my face before before shaving and then after shaving, but I just like to shower afterwards because if there are any hairs that are still on my face, they're gone for sure after the shower.
See, but in the shower, then they get washed away, and I come out of the shower, and yeah, there's maybe a couple extra ones. I could just take those real quick, but I get 99% of it.
Have
in
I
the
been
shower.
shaving wrong my entire life?
I was never shown how to shave, but just kinda
Yeah, no,
figured it out.
I think I was shown like when I was like 10. I'm like, I don't have any hair yet. I don't know what I'm doing.
I was given like this Go Diego Go shave kit when I was like 7 or whatever.
Dude, for what?
It wasn't a real shaver though. It wasn't like it was just a plastic.
Practice.
Yeah, and you would just like put on like this fake shaving cream and just kind of pretend to shave. So I would shave with my dad or whatever.
That's wild.
So I'm 21. As of 3 weeks ago, and like 4 weeks ago, my brother came home and like handed me a razor, like an electric razor, and I'm like, what? Like, and he's like, you need to shave more. I got you an electric razor, and I like look at it, and it's got like R2D2, and it's an R2D2 razor, and I'm like, why did you buy this for me? Like, it was on sale, and I'm like, I don't want it. It's like, it's cool. Maybe it makes R2D2 noise. I'm like, dude, I'm not that young.
Oh boy.
Wait, who is?
All right,
like,
you know what? Next, I'm gonna shave tonight because I'm gonna do my ab workout and I'm gonna shower tonight. I shave whenever I'm done showering. I sometimes shower at night if my ab workout was because I don't want to go to bed super sweaty.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'd say I usually shaved in the. I shaved in the morning. I usually showered in the morning, but now that I work, and work's gross, I shower after work.
Yeah. Your job gets you pretty dirty. I'm at a desk.
I try to shower at the gym after. Just because it's closer and I don't want to feel disgusting all the way home.
True. Okay, next time I shave, which will probably be tonight, I'm gonna try the pre-shower shave and see how that goes.
Rinse your face with hot
water. Do you not
water.
get a lot of... Okay, you gotta do that so you'll get the ingrown hairs in your neck, because that is the worst.
Rinse your face with hot water, put on the shaving cream, shave, and then jump in the shower.
Okay. Because I get ingrown hairs on my neck if I'm not very careful shaving.
I have never gotten an ingrown hair.
That's one reason why I stick to
like, every time I shave, it just looks like I have a wicked acne outbreak on my neck. Only in my neck.
Huh. Wait, what's the excuse for the rest of your face then? I'm sorry, that's a joke. 100%. Right, no. I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah, we probably should go there. All right, so I'm trying it. Well, I will report back next time how that went.
Okay.
So, but for now, thank you for listening to Experimental Reality. We'll be back next week with more experimental content. Experimental Reality is executive produced by me, Luke. Our multimedia coordinator is Chayan. General manager is Josh. Music is provided by our good friend Jason. You can find us at Experimental Reality on podcast, on Podbean, Spotify. You can find us at Experimental Reality on podcast. I tried, guys. On Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, Google Play Music, and Podbean. If you want to get in touch with us, email us at experimentalrealitypodcast@gmail.com. If you want to hear us debate more things, movies, that's it. That's the only thing.
Well, no, we didn't get to that.
Yeah, it's on the notes and we didn't get to it.
I've been like glancing over
and like
so
aggressive about food.
And shaving.
And shaving. But if you have questions for the mailbag, please email us at experimentalrealitypodcast, no periods, no spaces, @gmail.com, or connect with us on Twitter at experimentalre1. Thank you once again for spending time with us. We hope to hear from you soon, and we'll catch you next week in this experimental reality.
Roll that outro.